Let's see if we can get this sucker to run. Hey, that made some kind of noise. Let's see. Hey, that made some more noise. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Motorcycle Rewind, and today we have a CB77 Superhawk that we got from my old friend Howard. We got from him, it's been sitting in a container just waiting for me to go pick it up. There's still some other pieces and parts over there that we need to go get. We got it here because this is the bike that we're going to give away. I know we had talked about giving away a CB550 that's at the junkyard to get it running and get it going. We ran into some snags with that one, so we're going to get this guy going and then put it up for sale, and all the money is going to go to the charity we're working with. Let's drink this sucker in. It's a whole lot better than it looks. Although I've never seen this motorcycle run, Howard, aka Yoda, told me it did run, and he had no reason to lie to me. So as long as I've known him, it was just like this, waiting to be done. Again, there's other pieces and parts that we need to go back over and dig through the containers and find. That other tank, other side covers, the chrome side covers, everything in there for that. But we're going to see if we can get this sucker going. The best thing about this motorcycle, and if those of you guys who don't know, aren't as familiar with the 305s, and in particular the Superhawk, is this was the sport bike version. They had the Dream, which was the cruiser, the touring motorcycle. They had this, which was the sport bike, and then they had the Scrambler, which was a dual sport. This guy has the best gauges ever. Let me just show you the way this works. So it has these gauges, which you have the RPMs on the left that sweep this way, and then your speedo sweeps this way. So your goal is to try to get them to touch. Can I get to 12,000 RPMs and 120 miles an hour? That would be awesome. But when you ride it, they sweep opposite. They're just racing towards each other. And those are the early ones. I could be backwards, but this is what the other ones look like when they went to it. You see, you have the RPM on the left, speedo on the right, but they're two separate. They sweep in the same directions, which is kind of boring. But what we're going to do tonight, this afternoon, right now, is see if we can get this sucker to start up. See if we can get it to run. So guys, when you look at it, like, this is the seat. Although it's covered in dust, this seat is brand new. You know, he bought everything to bring this thing back to life. It just sat, as with all the other projects, it just sat. So we'll be able to go through and source all of the bits and pieces that may be missing from this one right here, but we'll be able to put it together, and we'll be able to put together a pretty smart looking motorcycle. So I got that negative to negative, positive to positive. Let's see, we got some juice. Let's see if we can horn, see which way is which. Horn doesn't work, but the starter button does. Let's put some juice to it and let's see what happens. Okay, let's squirt some juice in here. Oh, wrong way. That should definitely be enough to start a fire. Let's see. Let's try one more time. That should have started already if we're getting... let's make sure we're getting spark. Put this right here. Yeah, it looks like we got spark. Okay, we got spark on this spark plug, so I'm assuming we got spark on that one.
You should never assume, because when you assume, you make an ass of you and me.
So I'm assuming we got spark on that one. So let me just try a little bit more juice in there. So let's try this again. That's definitely enough to start a fire. Let me try again. Come on. Come on. Let's roll it in and see if we can get it started. Okay guys, I put the auxiliary fuel tank to it. Let's see if that makes a difference. Let's turn our power on. Let's move this off of the positive and negative terminals. And let's see what happens now. We're hitting fuel. Okay, let's check to make sure we have spark on these two guys. Okay, let's pop these off. See if we got spark on each side. What is this? Oh, did he make a spacer? See, the reason why I loved everything about this guy is he didn't have the right spark plug for it, so he made a spacer to make the right spark plug. Let me show you this. Okay, let me share with you guys something that I really appreciated about my late friend Howard. He had that rural farmer mentality. And what I mean by that is that if you needed it and you had to make do with what you had, and since he had a lathe, he had a mill, he had everything he needed to be able to make stuff, if he had something that would work, that he could make work, that's what he did. So this is a prime example. This is the spark plugs that the CB77, the Superhawk, requires. It's a D8HA NGK. And he had these, right? They were EAs, but you see the difference? The depth right here of the spark plug, the reach is way longer. So what he did is he made this. He milled it, machined it, so that it was exactly the right length. And then I guarantee you he ordered some of these, but it was just that I want to get it running. I want to get it running today. I don't want to wait for parts to come in. I've got some material, I've got a machine, a lathe. Let me just see what I can do. And that's what happened. That, I think that's something that's missing. I don't think we have that. Let me rephrase that. I don't think that is as prominent as it used to be. Let's just make it work with what we have around. Years ago, I think it was something that was more prevalent. And now we sit and wait on parts. But think about if we did this. It's crazy. It's crazy. So let's check it with the right spark plugs now that we have them, and let's go from there. And I'm only using the right spark plugs because I already have them. If I didn't, I would still keep using these. So, but these are going to go on the shelf, so I'd never lose them. So let's try it again. Okay, let's check spark on this side. We're looking right here is where you want to look. Looks like we got pretty good spark. Okay, let's go check the other one. Same thing, we're going to look right here. No spark on this side. Let's see if we can get spark on this side. Let's pull this points cover off so we can check and see if we're getting juice to that other side, and why not. Okay, let's check and see which one of these is sparking. I got juice here, so that's good. I got spark to both of them. Let's see. I got spark here. Okay. Let's see if it... Well, maybe it just needs to be cleaned. Let's put this file in there, this little points file, and see if we can clean them up a little bit. Okay. Let me see. Let me just squirt them with a little bit of this. I'll hit both of them. Now let's try it. some sparks, just need to clean them out. I'm gonna dry them off with this little guy. It's just a piece of cardstock. There we go. That's off. Okay. Okay, so I went and grabbed a couple of little dabs of grease to put on here just to hold this gasket in place so I didn't have to worry about where it is. Okay. There we go. Let's put this one on. Okay, let's go to the other side. Put this cap on. Come on. Okay, we now know we have spark on both sides. We have fuel in there. Let's see if we can get this sucker to run. Hey, that made some kind of noise. Let's see. Hey, that made some more noise. Come on. It's making some kind of racket over here. Let me see what that is. Let's check and see, make sure we got oil in here. We should have oil in here. I don't know why we wouldn't, but yep, plenty of oil on the stick, so let's see if it fires back up. We'll figure out what that noise is. Who knows? If you know what it is, send me a message in the comments. Let's hit this button. Come on. There we go. Just got a beat on it enough. Oh. Let me see if it's the Kickstarter. No, I just wanted to, I had pushed the Kickstarter down. Let me see if the Kickstarter works. It kind of sounds like the kickstart lever may not be returning all the way, you know, that little whirl, but I could be wrong. Let's start this sucker up. Oh, one really cool thing, I'll roll you guys over here so you can see it. So in case you're not familiar, the kickstart lever kicks forward. So in case you're, like I said, in case you're not familiar, let me pull you guys back a little bit so you can get a full range. Is this guy right here kicks forward. Let me turn it on, yep. Oh, come on. Guys, you don't know how good it is to hear this motorcycle run. It's almost like It's almost like Howard's here with us. It's just, I got goosebumps just kind of thinking about it, because it's a motorcycle he worked on, and then a project he wanted to finish, and then he didn't finish. All the pieces and parts are in a container that we'll have to go dig through to sort out, but he didn't finish, but we're going to finish it for him. And then we're going to give it away. Well, we're not going to give it away. We're going to sell it. We're going to give the proceeds away. We're going to donate the proceeds of this to charities in his name. So now we get to make this running tomorrow. It's dark outside. I can't ride it today, but tomorrow we are going to ride this thing. And then after that, we're going to set about making it awesome. We're going to do a restoration, and I'm going to air quote that. We're going to make it look better. We're going to make it as much of a restoration as any other motorcycle I have in here. It's going to be a pretty rider. It's going to be a very presentable example of a Honda Superhawk, 305 Superhawk. It's going to be a great example of it. Some things we may leave on because they are just Howard. One of them being this exhaust that he made himself. And yeah, you probably recognize that's probably some exhaust pipe that he got and then made his own exhaust. I don't know if I leave that on, if I get some aftermarket exhaust to put on it, maybe some megaphones to put on it, because the original exhausts are going to be kind of pricey, and I'm trying to keep the cost down on this build just so that we have more money to give away. But all the good bits are there, all the pieces, and this is awesome. But look at this. Look at this exhaust. This was something that he made. Look, it's still hanging by a. He wasn't going to leave it this way. This was him mocking it up, right? Because it was all coming apart, so he could put the good bits on. But I just love the ingenuity. And you know what? We need something. Let's make it happen. Just so that we're very clear. Don't want to soil his name. He wasn't the person that painted this motorcycle purple. He wasn't. So, and we're gonna set about making this thing really presentable. I'm super excited. This is gonna be awesome. So guys, let me know what you think. I don't know what year. We'll do some research on the frame. I think it's 64, 65. I'll kind of give you the rundown, kind of what we are going to do. It's going to be a clean rider. We're not going to change nuts and bolts. We will clean, de-rust everything to make it look more presentable. But it's not going to be a nuts and bolt restoration. And I'm thinking, and you guys let me know, there's two options. One black, one white. And so do we make it, because these were originally black, and so I can clean off this purple paint and I can have these back to original. That's not a problem. I can have those without painting the plastic. I could just get that back to original. I know I can do that. So I can do that, and then it looks like this tank was black at one point in time, but then this front end was white. And this may have been pieced together. It may not have came all this way. It was probably pieced together. I can bet money it was. And so I'm thinking two options. I either make it a white one or make it a black one. And you guys let me know down in the comments which way you guys think. The reason why I say black or white is because those colors are hard to get wrong. If I go with a red one or a blue one, because they either came black, white, red, or blue. So if I go with a blue one and don't get the color quite right, it's going to just make me crazy. I know that the black one and the white one will be right. And I also know that I can get the Eastwood 2K spray that's fuel resistant straight out of the can. So before I even put a clear on it, that one's fuel resistant. So I can do that straight away in black and white. I know I can do that. So that's an easy thing that I could do. So I think I can do it black or white. You guys let me know. It equal. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter to me. I could go either way. There's a bunch of black ones in here. It's only, I'm saying this, I was about to say there's no white ones, but there's a white one right there. But let me know, which way do you think? And then we'll start piecing it together. There are some things, and then we'll have to go back to the container to get the rest of the pieces and parts. I know I'm missing the side cover that's over there. The air boxes are over there. I think there's another fender. I may think there may be another tank, and we'll see. Before we even get to the paint, we'll get that. This thing will be running and riding. We'll take it down, clean everything, make it look really good. But yeah, I'm super stoked about this. So guys, there you have it. Yet another episode of Motorcycle Rewind. This one featuring a Honda CB77 Superhawk, 305 Superhawk from that my old friend Howard Dorris, aka Yoda, left me. And we're going to get it running, we're going to sell it, and we're going to give all those proceeds to charity. And so guys, thanks for watching yet another episode of Motorcycle Rewind. Do me a favor, like, tag, share, and follow us on Instagram at Motorcycle Rewind, and go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And while you're in the subscribing mood, just wander on over to our friends, Brick House Builds, Gold Guy, Moto Mango, Ace Cafe Bikes, Mile Zero Racers, Plan B Motos, Pete's Classic Cycle, and Lady Moto Bang, and give those guys a subscribe too. And check out twowheelsanddeals.com if you need to sell a motorcycle or sell motorcycle parts or buy a motorcycle or motorcycle parts. Check them out.